Hey everybody, this is a special episode of PincheAl's Garage. The reason why I say special is because I'm actually kind of very angry about a situation here. This is a good friend of mine, is 93 Nissan Sentra. It's really not much to look at, to be honest with you. It's pretty beat up, and it's just, but the reason why it's here is because it's his dad's car. And his dad, passed away a couple of years ago, and he left him this car, and that's the reason why he still has it around. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm talking to you guys, you mechanics especially, you guys that work at shops, you guys are trying to make a living. I understand, but what I don't understand is, why don't you put the extra little effort into diagnosing a car before you start charging someone $1 million to do a repair? Yeah, I'm calling you guys out. That's not really the thing I do. I don't like doing this, but I'm really irritated right now because my friend, he hits me up when he can. We work together actually, but he doesn't like to bother me about repairing his car, or even taking care of his car. He goes to his mechanic. So he took his car over to his mechanic because the car wasn't engaging into gear. It's an automatic. It's a little 4-speed automatic that it has. And pretty much he took it to the shop, and I'm not even kidding you. He dropped it off. His wife picked him up, took him to work. Within like 2-3 hours, they called him back. They told him, yeah, your car needs a new transmission. We're going to order a transmission from Japan for like $800. On top of the cost of the installation, which put him about $1,600 for the repair. I'm sorry guys, but within 3-4 hours you diagnose a transmission to say that it's bad. I call BS on that. So before my friend bit the bullet and actually paid the guy to do the repair, he hit me up. And I told him, I'll check it out. I got no problem with that. Bring it over to my house. So he had the car towed over here to my house. It's been sitting here for a couple weeks. It's just because I have a pretty busy work schedule at my job with him, so he understands that. But you know what? I took my time and I diagnosed the car. Found out that it's actually a super common problem with these cars that the first and second gear won't engage. So doing more research and asking some people on some Nissan forums and just researching. It took me a couple hours, but I did some legitimate research. Found out that it's a very common problem with the governor gear. So I took it apart, pulled out the governor gear, and noticed it was pretty worn. It's an actual plastic part that tells the car to engage different gears when you move it up and down the gear selector. So I cleaned it off, put it back in, turned on the car and drove it. Guess what? It went into gear. It went into all 4 gears. I even took it on the freeway and back, just to double check. So I called my friend up and I told him, the transmission's working fine, man. Let's just, just for fun, let's order just a new governor gear. It's $40. Popped that sucker in, drove it around, worked beautifully. What'd I charge him? I charged him a burrito. He bought me a burrito and a video game, actually. This is part of it. But my point is, if you guys ever take a car out and go to your mechanic or just to a shop in general, get a second opinion. It's like going to the doctor. Always get a second opinion, because sometimes you'll find a mechanic that's more honest or is actually willing to diagnose a car thoroughly before he tells you, hey, this is the actual problem. Don't go to a technician who just plugs in an OBD2 port and just say, hey, this is your problem, we're going to charge you this and this money. When you pay $100 and something, man, that's $100 and something hard-earned money, man, to diagnose something. Get a legitimate answer. Don't get, oh, it might be this problem. Oh, don't get a part replacer. Get a legitimate mechanic. I'm not going to call myself a legitimate mechanic, but I'm definitely going to call myself someone that's willing to put the effort in to diagnose something before someone throws away money. And then unfortunately when he came about to come over to pick up his car, I told myself, you know what, don't just drive it on one more time. The actual driver's side caliper seized up. Don't know why, don't know how. It just decided to seize up. So I gave him the heads up, you know, I go, you gotta buy a new caliper for the car. Wasn't really angry about that, but I'm actually really surprised on why it did that. No idea. So nice thing about this car, since it's been around the block and been around for quite a while, brand new caliper was only $33 plus tax and then a core charge. But we're obviously going to take the caliper off and take it back to the shop and get our core charge fund refunded back. But that just, you know, telling you guys, giving you guys a heads up that, you know, this pisses me off. You know, I'm just not like that. I don't like overcharging or even charging people for repair. But when I get charged something, I want a legitimate answer. I want a reason why this is broken. They just straight out told me it just needs a new transmission. Honestly, that's just straight BS. You didn't put the effort into doing anything in 4 hours. It took me 4 hours just to find out what was actually common with these transmissions and problems with this unit, you know, and just making sure that this is going to be the problem. And then I found a video online, pretty easy DIY, how to pull the governor gear out, pulled it out, and yeah, it was pretty beat up. So yeah, I did that replacement, and the freaking car drove just like normal again. So you guys, coming from me, just double check, get a second opinion. Don't be afraid of that. But other than that, thanks again everybody for watching this special episode of PincheAl's Garage. Just wanted to get that out of there, and next time you see me again, we're gonna have a little more fun, and we're gonna do another car. We actually got a Passat that we're doing pretty soon. Actually, my wife's Passat. We're doing some axles on. All right. Thanks again, everybody. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you again.